I hope you all are having a very good morning. Today we're going to do something a little bit different here, and in case you've ever been here, typically what I do here in the mornings on the morning show on these morning movie chats is I sit there and go over just some of the I don't know different things that I love about movies and interact with you all here in the live chats. It's always a good time anytime you guys show up. It's always much appreciated when you guys are here. And I'm gonna go ahead and get a couple of things set up here and ready to go. Again, I hope you're all having a good morning. It is Friday, August. God, what is it? August 9th already, man. Uh, oh, by the way, tomorrow's already the 10th. Just slip. Yeah, never mind. It's a quote from a movie, something I was talking about yesterday, The Big Lebowski. So again, thank you all so much for being here. Yeah, so like I said, typically I go over some of the just events and just things going on in just throughout the news and just about movies and things. And there's been it's been quite a busy week in some senses, and in other ways it hasn't been very busy at all. But what I want to do today is something just kind of inspired by another one of the content creators that I follow here on YouTube, and that is Perry Comics. I'm not sure if you guys follow Perry Comics, but you should get over there and check him out sometime. He's been doing this thing lately called Midnight Lurkers, or Perry's Lurking. He gets on his channel there and goes and just checks out different videos throughout the comic book community, and just kind of, I don't know, leaves some chats on there and everything. Leaves comments, and just usually with the hashtag lurking. So I figured today I wanted to do something of a little bit similar to that. So let me go ahead and see if I can get all this stuff up and working here. And like I said, it's always a fun show that he does there. And today I figured we'd do something just kind of the same here. And because tonight, in case you guys don't know, I've been trying to change things up here on like the on the Friday morning show, because in case you guys don't know, every single Friday night I do a live stream called the Trailer Park Live, in which I go over some of the comic books that I pulled for the week, and then we get in and get a little more personal and talk about other movie news and just things happening throughout the week. Usually I share a little bit more of myself. I don't keep it PG there on the Friday night show. So if you want to see more of me that's not PG and a little more of my personal feelings about things, I mean, go ahead and feel free to stop on by. I'd greatly appreciate having you there. Like I said, it's always a good time anytime that you all show up. Um, and for that show, because you folks that are here live are the ones who help bring energy to the show. You're the one that gives us topics and things to talk about. So you guys are just as much as the show as I am, really. I mean, because without you, like I said before, I'd just be a man sitting here talking to his computer, which, let's face it, there's dudes out there who do stranger things with their computers. But again, thank you all so much for being here. I hope you're all having a very good Friday and you're ready for the weekend, as I'm sure we all are. Unless you have a job where you work in the weekends, and maybe you don't feel quite the same way as some of the rest of us do. If we have jobs where we don't have to go in on the weekends, and if you do, man, that's a drag. I did that for years, and you know what? It wasn't really a big deal. It wasn't really a big deal. I didn't really have kids or anything at the time either, and my weekends were, I'd do the same thing during the week as I do on the weekends. You know what I'm saying? So it's no big deal. But again, I mean, if you're out there, you got a job you got to go to this weekend. Hey, you know what? That is still a very, very good thing. So yeah, like I said, today let's go ahead and we're gonna go in and talk about just to kind of get warmed up for the Trailer Park Live tonight. Let's go ahead and get warmed up by checking out some of these different things that we got here on on the internet. So we'll go ahead and go to, what, I wonder if I should even maybe get out of here. Maybe Yeah, no, it'll be all right. We'll just go from here. We're just going from. We'll just go here from my home screen, and we'll just go from there and see what we get ourselves into. Sounds like a good deal to me, right? All right. Well, let's go ahead and get into this. Ooh, man, where'd my chat go? Should I need to mark my chat always on top, right? How do I do that? Ooh, I don't know. See if we can change that on here, so that doesn't. Uh, Minimize, bring all to front. No, no, no. Pin tab. I don't know. We'll see if that works. No, it didn't work. Anyway, let's go ahead and get into this. We'll go from my home. There's from my subscriptions, but that just sounds a little too easy. Those are people I'm subscribed to. But let's go ahead and get here into some of the videos that we got here. Some we got recommended. We got some recommended here. Let's go in and check this out. Get this all put on here, and I'm not sure if you guys can hear that or not. I kind of let's see here. I'm not sure if you guys have ever checked out Wildebeard reviews here, but he's actually got a pretty cool channel. He goes through every week, does similar things like I do. He talks about movies, or not movies, but he does talk some about movies, but he talks about the comic books, and he does some of the comic previews that are getting ready to come out for the week. And then he's pretty on it on getting his comic book reviews out. You guys can obviously tell from my channel, I don't whip them out there as fast as Franklin here does, but over on Wildebeard Reviews. But he does a pretty good job in going through his comic books and his reviews, and some of them end up being longer than others, and I know, like, right now, this first video he's got here that we're looking at is House of X #2, the review. And I can tell you that he's going through and deep diving into this comic book. I honestly don't even really have to watch the video here to tell you that, because I know the types of reviews this guy does. Very good stuff. You can tell he loves his comics. He definitely loves his X-Men. So you should stop by and check him out. But like I said, this one I'm gonna give him a like, because I like Wildebeard reviews anyway. He's got a great channel. And like I said, you can see here he's got this video at 19 minutes and 57 seconds. Okay, that's like 20 minutes just for a comic book review. And hey, you know what? That's not too bad. Like I'm telling you, if you go through and watch some of his videos, you'll see. You'll see just how good of reviews he does, and really gets into them. Now the thing is he might spoil some of them for you. So if it's something you haven't read, you might not want to watch the video. But if it's something you don't plan on reading, you just want to know more before you even go buy the book, definitely check him out. Definitely make sure that you check out his channel. Let's see, who do we got here? We got several comments. 72 comments for Wildebeard Reviews, and you can see he's got 454 subscribers, and I am amongst those already. I'm already one of his subscribers. But yeah, man, 72 comments for 454 subscribers. I know that's pretty dang good, man. That's a pretty good ratio there. Like that, he's got 1,500 views already. Yeah, that's pretty good. I think I've probably only got one video that's even close to that many. It's probably not at 1,500 yet. It might be. I don't know. But yeah, man, that's pretty good. 454 subscribers. I mean, but again, to me, that speaks to just the good job that he does on doing his comic book reviews here. I love signed comics. As an absolutely fantastic read. I actually read this one when I actually read this one when I first got back from my local comic shop. Your review hits it right on the head. So many things to consider and so many possible avenues. I find it more enjoyable to trust in our literary navigator to get us to a wonderful destination. Okay, well, and I'm behind on some issues here. I'll probably get these read this weekend. I haven't even got to the House of X or Powers of X books yet. So hopefully I'll be getting to those here pretty quick. Let's see what else. Looks like X-Men is getting out rid of the junk of the last 10 years. Oh, okay, somebody here don't like what they've been doing in the X-Men for the past 12 years, and hey, that's understandable. Some people do and don't like certain things that have been going on. Jubilee 84 says, I've been taking so many notes after reading this, just so many. I'm probably going to be writing more. There's just so much stuff to consider, and it is only the second in the House of X series, third in the overall story. What more could happen? Apparently, a lot more. Apparently, a lot more could happen. And let me see. Oh man, I think I forgot. Did I mess this up? Okay, no. I'm making sure I got that set right. Okay. Let's see. Theory: Hickman is in fact a mutant himself. He is a mutant writing, creating machine, kind of like Forge, but to the writing world. Mutant name author. So that's from Michael Bayless. Okay, DUI man, huh? Let's see. Let's see. That's a funny name, DUI man, huh? The DUI man. Is that a TV show or something? Okay, you can see he's not channel that's got any subscribers or anything. He's not like a channel like some of us are. Let's see. I love signed comics. Here's another guy who left. He's got 140 subscribers. I love signed comics. Looks like we got a couple of guys on here. Got their faces up there for their channel banner. We've got 65 videos, 1.7K views. They got some different uploads here. Let's see. Go to see what kind of videos they've got here. They got Dallas Fan Expo 2019 announcement. ILSC, my Wednesday 5 for February 27th, 2019. And ILSC, my Comic Head 84 200 sub support video. Okay, and these most of these were from a while ago. Looks like he definitely does do some different videos talking about signed cover of the month winner. Looks like he does quite a bit of videos about exactly what it says, signed comics. 140 subscribers. Maybe I'll have to go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and subscribe here, and I'll come and check out all of his stuff a little bit later. But let's go ahead and dive into this one. So it's 1 minute and 32 seconds. Okay, let's see. Okay, I'm not sure if you guys can hear this or not, but okay. Okay, it looks like he's kind of going over some of the comic books that he's wanting to pull for that week, and that was Wednesday, February 27th. Man, I wonder what I pulled on February 27th. I might have to go back and watch a video here. But let's see, he's got Heroes in Crisis #6. Superior Spider-Man. Okay, yeah, I was going to say, I definitely know I picked that one up that week. Superior Spider-Man. Huh. Good deal. Good deal. Yeah, I was gonna say, and me, I like the Superior Spider-Man. It's been a pretty good series. Pretty good series going on there. Oh, sorry about that. I got some people texting me here. Let's see, what else do we got here? Ooh, look at that. The Morning Time Lurk. They got me on there. I'm at the very. How am I at the very top of my own home feed? Is that weird? Oh, okay. Your current live streams. I obviously don't know how to go off of this. Let's see what else we got here under recommended. I love signed comics. We just watched one of his videos. Professor Thorgy, Super Frame Top 10 DC animated movies. We got first female 007 License to Fail. Fake woke marketing. Okay, well, that sounds somewhat controversial. Let's go ahead and get into that. I remember this story. People were upset about it. Let's see. Okay, let's check this out. Looks looks like okay. He's okay. Looks like let's see what we got here. It says the now that the dust has settled on the unsurprising decisions to brings hashtag Me Too into the James Bond franchise as well as the first female 007, there are those of us who see through the Ghostbuster 2016 marketing for what it is, the last gasp of a dying franchise, using the access media to stir up interest, and of course, they oblige. The Telegraph of all places brings some sanity to the debate. We have reached the end with the Bond franchise with current year Hollywood. Hashtag 007, hashtag James Bond. Um, let's see, who is this? Nerdrotic. Looks like he's got 111K subscribers. Wow, that's not too bad. Doing pretty good over there. Got 111K subscribers. Got 101K views to go right along with that. So hey, sounds like he's doing pretty good here. Well, as you can see, I'm not subscribed here, so I'm not really sure what he talks about much. But looks like he's just kind of going over. Um, yeah, going over some news articles here. I don't think we really need to be checking and reading the reviews, but um, here we go. I don't think he's reading off of here. Hmm. The access media being used. Okay. Sounds like he's talking about basically these studios using the media to spread some of their, to help them promote, to help them promote their films. And I get that. I mean, that's I don't think that's anything that's really too new out there. Is the media being used to help promote your films? Looks like going into another part of the article here, maybe some quotes. Um, yeah. I don't know. I'm not sure. Let's go through Nerdrotic's channel here and see what other kinds of videos this channel does here. Again, I've never been to this channel. Don't watch or follow this channel. But it looks like, let's see here. Go to his home. We got Game of Thrones: The Long Night of Disappointment is the highlighted video here. Channel tags. What we got? Marvel, DC Comics, Star Wars, Doctor Who, Game of Thrones, Walking Dead, Westworld, Arrow, Flash, Zombie, Marvel Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., Ash versus the Evil Dead. Okay. Talks just about pop culture news, it sounds like. Doctor Who rumors excite Whovians. Is that Whovians? Hovians? I don't know. I don't watch Doctor Who. Okay. Okay, so they're talking about people getting hyped up. DC Comics ending. Future uncertain at Warner Media. I don't know. Are the comics doing that bad? I don't know. At my local comic shop, I see plenty of people going in there and buying a lot of comics. And not always the same people when I'm there. And believe me, I'm there early in the morning too, and I see a lot of the same people there. Game of Thrones failure gets D&D 20 million. Female Thor director attacks fans and wants to destroy. This one's got a red line on it. I must have seen this one at some point. Maybe it's one of those things where it comes up under suggested videos and it just keeps playing, or autoplay. Female Thor director attacks fans and wants to destroy. Oh, you know what? I know the story that they're talking about here, and this is the funny one. Taika Waititi says, "I'll destroy your." What was he said? I'll destroy your. I'll destroy your mythos. I'll destroy your mythos. It kind of reminds me of God. What was that movie? Oof, I better not talk about it. It's a Kevin Spacey movie. But the usual suspects, where they just got some of those kind of funny. Well, I'll destroy your mythos, pal. Oh man, that's funny. But yeah, well, and the thing is, I was thinking what's funny about that is Taika Waititi goes out there and says he'll destroy your mythos. Well, I mean, hopefully he destroys the Mighty Thor mythos, right? You know, maybe that's the mythos he's talking about. Everybody, so many people out there don't like the Mighty Thor storyline. Maybe that's what he's talking about. He's talking about the mythos itself. Maybe he's gonna go out there and destroy that comic book. Maybe he's gonna take it and rip it to shreds and toss it out the window and do what he wants to with the story instead of just giving us, the regular Jane Foster story. So that could be a good thing, right? It could be a good thing. It could be a good thing. He wants to, because he's talking about the mythos itself, which would be the source material. And obviously we did have the Jane Foster Thor, and well, maybe not. We all know how it came about, but yeah, that's it's funny. Star Trek Picard fails before it begins. The Orville, 26% Rotten Tomatoes, critics score. Game of Thrones, yeah, looks like it just kind of does some social, talking about just like different things. Like the list is there at the top of his channel. That's all right. I follow enough of those channels. I'm sure obviously this guy knows what he's doing. He has quite a following of subscribers there. Quentin Tarantino insults Bruce Lee, entertainment hacker. This was 4 minutes ago. I'm not sure if you guys have ever followed the entertainment hacker. If you guys happen to follow him, he's does a lot of just videos on same kind of stuff. Just social commentaries and stuff like that on movie news, comic news, and different things like that. Now I do know this particular story right here. Quentin Tarantino insults Bruce Lee. I do know what that's about. I know, like, I think even what is it, his daughter, Bruce Lee's daughter had actually, I think she said something in the media or something, that had to do with that Quentin Tarantino movie, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, where Bruce Lee kind of came off as a jerk and everything. But I mean, I get why, because I remember I was sitting there watching the movie, I was like, oh man, like this is bad, man. Like, man, y'all making Bruce Lee look like a jerk. But at the same time, I was still I was still laughing because it was pretty funny because it just kind of makes it funny because I thought it was just a funny play on the whole thing because it's like okay, like he just has this kind of persona in Hollywood in the first place, and then just to kind of put it out there like maybe everything we heard was wrong, maybe he was kind of a jerk and all that stuff, and it's just kind of funny. I thought it was a funny play on things. I mean, I could see how like his daughter or somebody might seemingly be offended here, but I mean, if you go through the course of the whole movie and watch the whole movie, you'll see there's basically all Quentin Tarantino style revisionist history. So I don't think there's anything really to I don't know, to extract from that. He made a movie that was somewhat reflective, like based on our reality here, and we can see that he obviously changed a whole lot of things up. That was just kind of funny. Funny story there. Uh, that came out of that came in the wake of that movie coming out. Funny stuff. Funny stuff. Okay, so far it looks like we've got a couple of channels here who do a lot of socialist, or not socialist commentary, but social commentary on stuff. It's pretty cool. Perry Comics. We know. Okay, we're going down to recommended. Recommended. Oh no, Disney Star Wars is in trouble. The Critical Drinker. Ooh, Critical Drinker. I don't know. Be careful, Critical Drinker. Are you really that critical of what you're drinking? Okay, it looks like, oh, man, he's talking about a news article here, and he's going to Bloomberg. Ooh, in the OC Register for stories. Yeah. I mean, you got to go somewhere for stories, I guess, right? Let's see what's the description of his video. So, between the failure of Solo, the divisiveness of The Last Jedi, and falling interest in Galaxy's Edge, our good friends in the news media have conducted that Star Wars, the Disney Star Wars isn't doing too well, and I, for one, am shocked. All right. 119K subscribers. Yeah, that's want to help support this channel so I can keep drinking and call out BS? Subscribe? Well, I don't know. I'm gonna have to check out your channel and see what kind of BS you're calling out, man. Oh man, see, that's how touchy this dang thing is here. My mouse, but that's funny. The Critical Drinker. I don't really drink much anymore, but when I do, I go to Bravery Brewing here locally, and I get some of that Old Rat. It's great. It's like a 9 point 9 point. Well, just a 9 point beer, man. It's heavy, man. It's dark. It's really good. Great stuff. Um, yeah, let's see. Ooh, right here. Have you guys ever checked this out? Tom Bilyeu? Have you guys ever checked out Tom Bilyeu's channel? Impact Theory. It's a really great channel where here he's talking to this ripped entrepreneur explains how to get ahead in anything. Mark Bell on health theory. Um, this is really good. Mark Bell, he's the guy. I want to say, isn't Mark Bell the guy who did that documentary? He did the documentary. Man, I know I've seen it before. Is it Prescription Thugs? No, 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 no. Man, what one was it he done? He done one where he was talking about him and his brother, how they were into wrestling when they were children, and they went out and kind of chased that dream and found like his brother had got started doing steroids and all this kind of stuff. They were talking a lot about doping. It might have been Prescription Thugs. I can't remember. That he did, and yeah, I think he's done a couple of different documentaries. Um, that he does, and they've got some timestamps in here. Tom Bilyeu, yeah, you guys here. Let's go ahead and click on his channel. This guy does great videos. Tom Bilyeu, he's the one of the co-founders of Impact Theory, and he, one of the comics I read, Impact Theory comics, is Neon Future. Absolutely great comic book. But you can see right here, he's got 1.1 million subscribers. What he does is you can see some of the different videos he's got here. Former drug addict explained how to completely turn his life around. One of my favorites. A great video. This one right here is one of my favorites. He done this one right here. How this clinical nutritionist changes lives with hunger. Mike Mutzel on health theory. Now, again, Mike Mutzel is great. He runs a channel called High Intensity Health here on YouTube. Absolutely great stuff. One of my favorite channels out there for health stuff because he talks a lot about keto, about the ketogenic diet and things like that. But he also talks to a lot of like actual doctors when they come in and they're talking about some of the studies and trials and things that they've done on a host of different people. It's absolutely a great show. Or great channel, and but again, he talks a lot about health and things like that, where people get a lot of misconceptions about things, and he's not one of those channels that's out there saying like if like I said, he talks a lot about keto, so he's not one of those ones that says like if you're doing keto, this is pretty much what you need to do. There really is no right wrong way, or like he doesn't he doesn't demonize carbs. He doesn't put any kind of scare tactics into his into the way he goes and talks about health and the way like the ketogenic diet and just all these different things. He brings doctors on and does these absolutely great videos where they do like 40 any of them between 45 to minutes to an hour long. Some of them are even longer than that, where he sits down and talks to these doctors who are actually in the health field, who are actually like doing like health science and doing things like this. And he sits down and talks to him, and I'm telling you, there's a few of them, and most of the ones I've ever watched, I mean, he's sitting there interviewing these people, talking to them, dropping absolute nuggets of gold that have nothing to do necessarily with just your health and your eating habits, things that have to do with just things that you do in your everyday life that are bringing you down, seriously, like bringing you down, weighing you down, just doing negative things to your body, and the way it reacts to everything. It's absolutely great stuff, man. Absolutely great stuff. And I think for me, one of my hugest things is I love health and fitness. It's something I'm definitely into, and that's one of the reasons I love the High Intensity Health channel, is because he always goes into that. And like I said, he does a lot of the ketogenic stuff. He covers a lot of other just health things out there, and he never does so even from a sense where he goes in through and demonizes anything. Because I've been in some of these chat groups and things like that on Facebook, seen it here on YouTube, and just different things where people are talking about certain lifestyles, like the keto lifestyle or the paleo lifestyle, and people like out there's other people doing it, and they do just like these little things, like little cheats or whatnot, cheat days and stuff, and like there's people out there who just like completely flip out and take these things like way too seriously and say, oh, well, you're doing it wrong and that's not and the thing is like that's not how you get people, that's not how you bring people into your community to be more health conscious and things like that. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta just realize, like, people got to get in, if they're just making their way into taking care of their health and things like that, you've got to find a way to communicate with people and make people want to come in and help help themselves. You start getting ugly in things in some of these uh, in some of these conversations. It has to do with the things that we love here on this channel too, with the comic books, with the movies, with music. When people are too fanatical. Joseph Flynn, welcome to the stream. Thank you for being here. I hope you're having a good morning. Um, but yeah, like I was saying, just so many people out there, like they get so gung ho about something, and when somebody comes in and says, like I said, for one here on his on high intensity health, Mike Mental here talks about ketogenic a lot, and you see people out there who just get ugly in these chat rooms and things, telling people that they're doing things wrong, or they can't do this, they can't do that, and they're like, that's not how you bring people into stuff. That's not how you get somebody to want to continue this lifestyle or look into this diet to as something to help improve their health. And people just get started in things and they don't know how, and people stumble, and they just there's a learning curve. And a lot of these things are what happen when you see some of these chat boards. And like I said, we even see it in some of our fandoms, like the divide with the between with MCU fans, and right now everybody's talking about the MCU going woke. And you see, like, with the people all over Star Wars and how it's woke, and we got Men in Black, and we got this, and we got that, Charlie's Angels, and all of a sudden Top Gun is coming back, and it's nostalgia, but we don't want remakes and reboots, but yeah, I want nostalgia. Come on. And that's one of the things. Just so much out there, and that's one of the good things about some of the channels that I really enjoy, is people who take the time to be I don't know, to remain objective and remain sane, and try to actually, be actual nerds, or in this case, be actual health advocates, like Mike Metzel here, over on high intensity health, who says, like, look, you're going to stumble along the way on this new thing in your life. It's something new that you're taking on. You're just getting into taking care of your health. You're just getting into these movies and stuff, and it's okay. We're a place where you can be at, and you can have your opinions, and we'll listen to you, and we'll help guide you, and we're not going to hold you, think that you're a bad person because you stumble along the way, and because you do something wrong, because you started the ketogenic diet, and then you went out there, after 3 days of doing good, you finally got into ketosis, and, you slipped up and you had a cookie or a piece of cake or something like that. Like, there's people out there who do that. They'll attack, like, the fangs and the claws coming out. It's like, whoa, calm down. It's okay. People have a learning curve. We got to get there. We got to get there. Some people are just starting out. Because a lot of these things, when it comes to health, especially when it comes to, like, things like they're talking about here, health, it comes down to lifestyle and integrating lifestyle changes, not just going on a fad diet. And same thing, like Impact Theory here, on Tom Bilyeu on his channel, co-founder of Impact Theory. They talk a lot about those kinds of things, about going through things that you can do to improve your life, to help improve yourself, and sometimes, like this guy was the former drug addict. Explains how to turn your life around, and that's the thing, because he talks a lot about people who are currently successful, and who have found things that make them successful. There's a certain pattern with everybody, and one of the ultimate things it usually comes down to is something mental, something inside their head that says, hey man, like, my mental health isn't in check, I need to go get whatever's wrong with me taken care of, or I've got there's other certain health risks, and I need to get these things in check myself, or I'm just in this bad situation and I found my way out of it, or I stumbled upon this my job just by happenstance, you know what I mean? Just through things, our life experiences. And I think for everybody, most of these people, if you go through and watch most of the videos here on Impact Theory, a lot of it comes to perseverance. People not giving up, people wanting to go out there and improve their lives, people who have come from certain backgrounds, and like the same thing I'm talking about here is they want to create healthy dialogue, and they want to bring people into things. And you can see, you go through and watch any one of these videos, you won't see not one of them that has went out there and wanted to do something and bring people into, to better their lives through hate. It's through love, and through going through their own mess, and knowing, like, hey man, I do not want this for other people, so I'm going to go out there and do what I can to impact the world in a positive way, and bring people out there. Too many people out there, want to bring about change in a negative sense. You know what I mean? That's just not how you do it. Now there are, and that's not saying that they're never negative. That's not saying that you can't be critical. But the thing is when you're wanting to bring people into, you got to bring people into your fandom and get them to know your fandom, whatever you're into, or your health program, or your workout program, or just any of your different regimens. You want to bring them in and get them on track first. You want to get them, kind of to be like, okay, have you watched these movies? Okay, like what do you know about it? Or have you, how do you currently eat? Things like that. Like, ooh, like you're eating not too good, man. And the thing is you're gonna struggle with that. So you know what you should do. And here's one of my, and this is, and I'm just kind of paraphrasing here, but right now this is something I actually always tell people if they're just getting into health, they don't know what they want to do. Like, oh, the first thing I always tell people, very basic things. If you wanted to start taking care of your health, very basic things that you can do to get started in that. The first thing is stop drinking your calories. Okay, just stop drinking your calories. Just start drinking water. Cut out sodas. Cut out just Jamba Juice. Cut out your Starbucks and things like that. You want a coffee? Just have a black coffee. Don't even have a keto coffee. Don't even have a keto coffee. You don't. If you're wanting to get started, start by not drinking your calories, and then start with having one big salad a day. Just have one big salad. Just start there. Eat like you normally do, but make sure that you absolutely have that salad, because I can guarantee you through the course of your day it's going to make a huge difference. But then after that, you start with other things like cutting out bad foods, like stop eating out. You know, those are just three easy things that you can do to instantly improve your health. You know what I mean? But like I said, we see some of these people out there who just like, oh no, like you gotta do out, like not everybody can just go out there and quit things cold turkey. A lot of people just don't have that willpower. I, for one, I do at times. I can quit something cold turkey and just that be it. I mean, I've went on last year. I did a week-long fast where I did nothing but drink water for an entire week. I didn't have any food or anything. And during that time is actually when I not discovered keto, but actually looked into keto, what it was, and looked into all the different things that goes into the diet, and so I could do it right. Because if I ever do anything, when I start something, I want to do it right. I want to do it the right way. And to me, that even comes down to my channel here, to the way I started my channel. I've talked and seen. You can go out there and find some of these channels out there where you can tell that they didn't start their channels necessarily out of something they love. It was maybe they may have started their channel or gotten big or popular through something that they hate, maybe because of something they love or once loved. But some of them have started out of hate, and you can go through and see some of their videos and things like that and be like, man, you sure talk a lot about things that you hate. What do you like? What do you like? Can we talk about that? Why do we got to talk about stuff you hate? And if you want to talk about stuff you hate, why can't we just talk about ways to improve it? And that's one thing that I like about these videos is a lot of these people hated their position, whether it be in life, in their jobs, in their careers, different things like that, in their health process. Just the way things are going. But they didn't like that. That's where they started. They went out there and like, man, I know I need to change, and that change came about in a positive way. And I can guarantee you that it wasn't easy. But the formula is the same way for all of these people. They went out there and started sharing something that they loved in a positive way to bring people into it, to get other people, to impact people, to get there and bring them in. And sometimes how they do that is by telling negative stories. Like they were in this situation, how bad things were, and kind of what it was that opened their eyes to make them realize, like, man, I'm living wrong. I'm living wrong. This isn't what I should be doing. And I think a lot more people could stand to take that objective look at themselves. I mean, it's something I always try to do is remain objective, even about my stuff here, man. Like I watch some of my videos I've got, I'm like, man, these are pretty bad videos. And that's one of the reasons, like you'll see here on my channel, I don't have a lot of popular opinions, and yet I do. Everybody, I don't really get a whole lot of people arguing with me here in my comments section or anything, but because I think that it's most people, if they come here to my channel and you watch enough of my videos, that I like to keep an objective point of view. I like to hear other people's points of view as well.
because for me that helps me not form my opinion, but it helps just helps me keep it more in balance. Where I can know some of the things that some of these typical comments that you're going to hear out on these things, like, okay, well, I get it, but is it a valid argument, or things like that. Just remaining objective about things, so I can hear other people's arguments. There's so many people out there that don't want to even hear other people's arguments and hear them out and take them into consideration. And just because you take something into consideration doesn't mean that you have to agree with them or disagree with them just because you take them into consideration. I mean, maybe it's something, like I said, that helps solidify your views or your opinions on a particular subject. Love that Three Amigos thumb. Thanks, man. Thanks, Patriarch of the Sith. But yeah, like I said, this channel right here, I absolutely love Impact Theory because you can see they get a lot of these successful people on here and talk about just different things. You can just tell by the titles. Ultra successful musicians explains how to beat anyone at their own game. And that's the thing. That sounds like a good one. And I haven't watched all of the videos because, like I said, some of them I like to watch while I'm out working. I'll download them on my YouTube app and listen to them while I'm out working, because some of these they're great, like podcasts, because you don't have to see what's going on screen for some of them. But again, Impact Theory comics, or Impact Theory, Tom Bilyeu here, man. He's got one hell of a channel because, like I said, he's doing great stuff, man. Like, let's go to his about section here and see what it says. Welcome to my channel. I'm Tom Bilyeu, and my goal with this YouTube channel is to introduce you to the people and ideas that will help you actually execute on your dreams. You will learn how to level up your mindset, develop leadership skills in business and in your personal life, and learn how to live to your full potential. I drop weekly dose of inspiration every Tuesday and Thursday. On Tuesdays, I have a long format interview, Impact Theory, with elite entrepreneurs, athletes, and more. On Thursdays, I release Health Theory, where I interview the top health experts in their respective field and share those findings with you. Educational videos on ways to optimize your health. Subscribe to the channel if you want to keep up to date with our content, and follow them on Instagram. And I'm telling you guys, Tom Bilyeu, Impact Theory, man, I love what they're doing. One of my favorite channels, along with that one I just showed you a minute ago with Mike Mutzel from High Intensity Health. And I'll show you. I'm sure they've got it here. Where's that? Follow Mike. Okay. Yeah. Let's go here to Mike Mutzel's channel, man, because I'm telling you, and that's the stuff I like. Like when it comes down to stuff like, these are the channels I like, man. Stuff that are out there helping you improve your life, in some sort of way, And like I said, they do it with love, and they do it critically, and they do it objectively, because they know a lot of these people have been there in the same position that every single one of us are in, where they have jobs, they have lives, they have kids, they have wives, they have husbands, they have, they've got everything. A lot of these people run their own businesses. They are entrepreneurs and things as well. So they know what it takes. And I'm kind of the same way, man. Like, I'm an entrepreneur. I run my own business. And I do many things along with taking care of my own health. And a lot of that comes down to a lot of the things that they talk about here on High Intensity Health, with taking care of not only just like your physical health and your well-being, and that has to do with your diet, exercise, and things like that, but also your mental health. All of those things go into play. And I see a lot of people out there who struggle to lose weight, who struggle to get things on track in their lives, and it always comes down to a lot of the things they talk about here on High Intensity Health, where you're probably not getting enough sleep. If you're not getting enough sleep and you're out there, putting in all these stressful workouts, going in and working an 8-hour day at work, and just all these things going on in your life, we all got busy lives. But if you're not getting your 7 to 8 hours of sleep that you absolutely need every day, you're not going to lose the weight. You're not going to be as successful. You're going to hit the plateaus. You're just not going to have the kind of success that you can have, or maybe that you're looking for. When it comes down to diet too, it's the same thing. Just finding a balance and finding what works for you. And like I said, stress is a huge thing in all of our lives. And if you can't get your stress under control, you're not going to get a whole lot of stuff under control. Even my sister, she goes through. She was doing keto for a while, and just doing other things to try to lose some weight and take control of her health. And that's one of the things, though, is she's an accountant, and one of the hugest things out there, when you're in one of those fields or something like that, you have to um, you have to find a way to de-stress because you have stressful lives, and you're never going to be successful in these things with all that stress going throughout your body, because it does negative things to your body. Same thing with not getting enough sleep. Um, your serotonin levels and things like that. It's just not good. It wreaks havoc on your body. So you got to find ways to work those out. And a lot of times that should come with getting in eating healthy foods, getting in good exercise, and finding a way to de-stress. None of my comments are valid. I'm a fictional character. Yeah. Um, okay, but yeah, high intensity health here, man. Here's another, like I said, another one of my favorite channels. It's Mike Mutzel here. This is the description. It's Mike Mutzel here. Thanks for stopping by. This channel features interviews with friends I've met in the functional medicine, nutrition, and fitness industry over the past 11 years. The topic of the videos vary, but we end up talking a lot about low carb, ketogenic diets, gut bacteria, gut bacteria health, sleep, and building muscle. Sometimes we take sometimes we get sometimes we get to take a deep dive into the science. Sorry. Drop me a note if the in the comments if I can help. And it's got all his information here. Disclaimer. He's got a disclaimer on there about all the stuff in there. Like the Food and Drug Administration, all that. And but I'm telling you, this channel is absolutely great, man. You guys want to take care of your health. Just getting into fitness and things like that. High intensity health can actually help you there, because one of the hugest things, like I said, when you're getting into you want to lose weight, you want to get fit. One of the biggest obstacles people have out there is their eating habits. I can tell you, eating habits are one of the hugest things. And that's for all of us, especially Americans, because we're very bad at portion control. Americans are very bad at portion control. So, but again, and that's some of the stuff that he actually gets into here on this channel, where they talk about some of that. Joseph Lynn says, I don't know if it's on my side, but the volume just went really low. Um, it might have. I don't know. Let's see. How about that? Is that a little bit better? It might be on your side. I didn't touch anything here, so it's possible. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know. Everything looks like it's looking good here. Uh, yeah, I hope my stream isn't going bad. But yeah, like I said, this high intensity health channel, man, absolutely great stuff. If you want to be, and that's one of the things, like I talk about a lot, man. If you want to be successful in your life, I need to get another superhero tips video out there, queued up and ready to go for you guys. Because like a lot of this stuff, that's what I'm into also. Like I'm a geek here on my channel. You can see I'm into comic books, movies, and music. But my health is definitely something else that I am ever so passionate about and nerdy about. But I don't really talk a lot about that on this channel because I gotta with movies, music, and music, it's kind of quite a bit. Quite a bit to go through in one on one channel, let alone adding in like health and sports and things like that. But you guys let me know. I mean, I can do some of that stuff, do certain playlists. I just don't expect them to do very good, but it's all good. I mean, I'm not here to get rich and famous on YouTube. I'm just here to share the things that I love with you people. And that's something like you've seen some of the channels I was going through here earlier. They're not wanting to share the things they love. They're wanting to share the things that they don't like about the things that they love. I mean, come on. Can't we be a little more positive out there? Let's be like high intensity health. Mike and Mutzel over here. Help bring people into our communities, and then we'll work on them from there. Let's get them here first. We got to get them in here first, and then we can help, nurture them and get them in to be the geeks that we are, and hopefully they love the same things we do. And that's the thing is, on these things, nobody's gonna just like the health and fitness and things like that. Not one thing is for everybody. We're all different. We all have differing opinions, and we all should be able to at least hear those things out. And yeah, so again, that's another one of my favorite channels, man. High intensity health, impact theory. I just keep thinking of their comic line because it's been so good. Let's see what else is there. Oh man, it's almost 9 o'clock already. But some of these things, I guess, will probably be some of the things I want to talk about later today, or later tonight on my show, The Trailer Park Live. Like I said, I guess you could say we're just getting warmed up here because there's just a lot of things going on out there, and we want to go to and this was something actually I probably want to talk about on tonight as well here on the trailer park live. Oh man, where's it at? I thought there was okay, maybe I thought I seen a note from somebody here on. I guess I could be wrong. I thought it was somewhere around here. Well, I guess not, but I guess we got a few things to talk about tonight. Again, I actually just started, kind of got the idea of doing this. Going through. If you guys haven't checked out Perry Comics, he should be under my subscriptions, but I'll see if I can put a link down here in the video later for. Well, let's just go find it right here. For Perry Comics, he started doing these videos called I can't remember. It's called Lurkin. He goes through right here, Perry Comics. Does these videos where he just kind of started going through the community, the comic book community, and checking out some of the different videos and things that people are doing, checking out the channels. But here's Perry Comics channel right here. If you guys just like talking comics, he talks a lot about comics, does some live streams and stuff, funny stuff, man. Perry's a pretty funny dude. But you can see right here, you guys. Well, I got banned on YouTube. Comic Underworld Week 32. Perry explores YouTube. Perry explores YouTube. Yeah, he started doing these things, and you can see all of them. Got that hashtag lurking, where basically he's just going through and talks about some of the the different comic books channels that are out there. You can see, oh look, mine is on there right there. My thumbnail is right there. But he goes through and he's just been kind of going through the community and checking out their videos and stuff. It's very good stuff. Like I said, you guys should go check out Perry Comics. Funny stuff. But yeah, that's kind of what got me to, because like I said, tonight, we got the Trailer Park Live coming up. So, these Fridays, I'm going to see if I can start doing something a little bit different here on Fridays. I got to figure something out for the Friday show, so I'm not bringing all the stuff that I want to talk about, throughout the week onto Friday. You know what I mean? So, yeah, let me know. Did you guys get out to your local comic book shop this week? If you did, what comic books did you pick up? And let me know down in the comments below. Maybe it's something we can talk about more tonight on the Trailer Park Live. Again, that show starts every single Friday at 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. If you're out on the East Coast, that's late. So make sure you check it out. I believe that's like 11 o'clock over there on the eastern seaboard, where it seems like a lot of the people that I interact with here on YouTube are out there on the East Coast. So yeah, you guys should stop by and check it out. It's always a good time, and just get in and just talk about stuff and shoot the bull. And again, I'm telling you, it's been a busy week. Got a lot of things going on. Kids getting back to school and all that kind of stuff. I've got some videos queued up, some comic book reviews pulled up that I've got to get edited and posted up for you guys. I've got one. If you're a Patreon supporter of mine, I do have a couple Patreon supporters already. That is Tracy and Drunk 3PO. Again, thank you all to my Patreon supporters. I did put a post up there, a review of a comic book that I did that I'm just not quite happy with, and I was looking for my Patreon supporters' input on that. So I've got that up there for them to check out and give me some of their input and what they thought. It's something I actually talked about last Friday. And but sometimes I'm just too critical of my own videos sometimes. But I think when there's a video that I got that's like 10 minutes long, I'm kind of beating around the bush about some things. Obviously, you know what I mean? Like, it shouldn't take that long for such a simple review. I'll tell you that much. So I'm going to leave it at that. But again, thank you all so much for tuning in to it's not the morning movie chat today, is it? But thank you all for tuning into the Second Street Marvel today. Like I said, make sure you're subscribed. Click the little bell so you get notifications, because I will be going live tonight at 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. You all have a good rest of your day, and we'll see you later tonight. We'll see you in the next video. Later.